So after we took a look already at Lucario in the Great League, today it's time for the Ultra League, and honestly this Pokemon was absolutely insane. In my opinion, it was even stronger in the Ultra League compared to the Great League. I had so much fun with this Pokemon. Honestly, I went on, I think, an 8-game win streak with this team as well. So yeah, feel free to check this video out, stay tuned for on how to fully play this team, check out the sweeps of Lucario, the insanity of this moveset, and everything coming up here in this video. And also, of course, if you want to support the channel, feel free to leave a like on this one. Anyway, we're gonna take a look here at Lucario. We had an amazing detail already. Empoleon, of course, is the Pokemon you want to see, while Florges is alright for you, because we have Media Mesh. We're not running the recommended moveset, which is a Shadow Ball, which also got buffed this season, but I'd rather have the Stab Steel-type damage there, because it does so much damage, and honestly, it's ridiculous. Like, it does a 120 damage base. No, actually, yeah, 120 damage basically, with a stab included for 45 energy, which is ridiculous. Does so much from attack-weighted Pokemon. Otherwise, we have here on the team the Saystop of the Feraligatr, and in the back we're going to have the Talonflame. And so let's take a look at this one here. We're going to have a very solid lead here. We're going to have the Moltres against us, which does resisted fast move damage, and you might think, why is he staying in and not throwing any energy? Because I know that they're not going to get knocked out by a charge move yet, but I also know that I'm going to be able to farm up a ton of energy, and Lucario, with the moves that it has, is so overpowered when it has energy advantage. And this is exactly what I'm looking for, as we will see a Steelix coming in next. And this is interesting, because that means that this Pokemon here, directly Lucario, is going to be now in a position where yeah, we're just going to be in a very solid spot. Like, we are going to be able to destroy the opponent. If this is their best answer now, a Steel-type Pokemon against our fighter, then that means there's going to be something weak in the back, and it's going to be the Scissor, Shadow Scissor here against us. That is ridiculous, as we're going to have here now the Talonflame coming in, and the Talonflame knocking it out. Basically, Lucario just won us the battle there. But what do you do against a bad lead? Of course, you're going to go into your Saystop, which is in this case the Feraligatr, which is great because you're also going to be good against all of those Gastrodons of this world, as you have still the Ice Beam available for yourself. And with the energy advantage that we had here, we are very likely that we still get to another Hydro Cannon, maybe either realign or get the KO against the opponent. As the Brutal Swing comes in, it's not going to be enough damage against us, and we can go for the Hydro Cannon, which is, in hindsight, there's maybe the right, I guess, like, it's going to allow us to get the shield from the opponent. That's fine. We can go to our Lucario, we can get some energy there. That's actually ideal, I think, even for us getting the shield there. I think it would have been better for the opponent if they let the move go and then went into their Dusknoir, but of course they can't know what they have in the back, and with a Fighting type in the lead, it's quite likely that they have a hard answer to Ghost type Pokemon in the back, which in this team we don't directly have. We have with Feraligatr a Pokemon that has Ghost type fast move pressure itself, which is super effective against other Ghost types, and with the Talonflame, we have one of the strongest Pokemon in the current meta that is able to beat other Fighting-type Pokemon, which Lucario doesn't like to face, and is going to be able to beat Fairy-type Pokemon that Lucario is okay against because of the Media Mesh, but if they're energy up, Lucario struggles against them as well. And so this is kind of the idea behind it. Here, Empoleon comes in, we're going to have the Aura Sphere knocking them out, and we're going to have the Gastrodon going down as well to, yet again, Lucario. And this Pokemon is also interesting. Lucario gets a new Mega Evolution as well, like with the new game release of Legends ZA. This was already spoiled before. I think today is actually the day where the DLC comes out as well. But yeah, I will make a video as well, maybe tomorrow, towards all of the new Mega Pokemon and how they would perform in Pokemon Go. If you want to see that, then yeah, again, let me know down below. I think there might be something interesting for you, but I don't know exactly. We have Babybolt against us, a Pokemon that got nerfed this season significantly and needing 5 more energy for a Parabolic Charge, which is a change that was definitely needed. The Denny, especially in the Great League, and here this Pokemon in the Ultra League, they were so dominant, and if you're gonna bring them, that you really need to prepare for them, otherwise you lose immediately, and that's not really that healthy. Now with just 5 more energy on the Parabolic Charge, both of them are so balanced now that they're totally fine using us. Like, it's totally okay like this. I think it is a great change to change Parabolic Charge. This was one of the most broken moves in the game currently. And currently, I have to say as well, I don't feel like there's anything too broken in the current meta game. I feel like you can still argue about Mudslap and Astonish, but otherwise, I don't actually think that there's currently a singular move where I'm like, yeah, this needs to get nerfed now. So I think the current metagame is actually quite stable, which is kind of cool. I think that's really cool, actually. I think the strongest move currently in the game is actually, in my opinion, Weather Ball, which is just very strong, unlike Pokemon like Ninetales. but like nothing that really needs to be urgently nerfed. So like I'm kind of happy with the current metagame. But let me know down below what you think about it. As Lucario is going to be able to pick up the 4th win in a row, and again with a stellar performance of this Pokemon. So, the buff to Media Mesh honestly helps this Pokemon out quite a bit, but also just generally, I feel like Lucario is just a Pokemon that is flying under the radar the last few seasons. I think it's a Pokemon that was already very strong previously. With the Aura Sphere buff, basically, this Pokemon got quite significantly stronger, but nobody was really paying attention to it. Like, nobody really was paying attention to it, because I feel like it always was lacking a good secondary charge move. I think it has like Blaze Kick and Thunder Punch as a charge move and Power Punch, but nothing hits as much as like the Media Mesh or the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball, of course, is also great, but beforehand it was 55 energy, which means you need 6 fast moves of yourself, which is quite a lot of energy. Now you need only 5, which is amazing as well. So at the end of the day, I think... Oh, actually, I do think that even Lucario only got Media Mesh this season. I don't think it had it previously. So yeah, that even makes this Pokemon again a little bit stronger this season, which is kind of cool. It's such a good Pokemon though. Like, it's honestly such a good Pokemon. Here we are in big trouble though, because we have the Licky against us, and I don't think we're going to be able to win this one, because we are going to be in a position now where we have a 0 shields, we have a Feraligatr, which is going to do 0 fast move damage, and we have a, yeah, what's called the Talonflame in the back, which is going to be a Pokemon that is going to be able to, yeah, strike a little bit with a rollout damage. And so we are in a position here where I should stop out here already. That was definitely a mistake. I should have stopped out way earlier there already. But as you can see, we're going to have the Body Slam coming in, and we can try our best to go for the Fly. The Fly is coming through here. This is fine. This is going to be knocking them out. And then comes the Virizion, which we are going to be able to just, yeah, knock out here anyway as well at this point. So Sandslash is going to be next. This is going to be okay for us. Sandslash is going to be totally fine. In comes here the Tentacruel, and we can now just, yeah, play this one out for a bit. I don't have a great answer for Tentacruel. To be fair, I don't have an answer at all for Tentacruel, because I have this Pokemon here, the Feraligatr, where the fast moves are neutral, which is great, but the Hydro Cannon is resisted. And then I have the Talonflame, where the fast moves are resisted and the Fly is neutral, but it does take super effective damage from this Pokemon. And so, yeah, that is not really ideal. Sandslash coming in here though against us. We have 2 great answers against this Pokemon, so I don't actually want to have it against our Feraligatr. But at this point, I'm gonna catch the move onto my Talonflame. I keep the Hydro Cannon for later on the Feraligatr. You can never know when this is gonna be coming in clutch. This is the thing as well. Like, for Pokemon like Feraligatr, it's always worth it to keep a charge move stored, because even a resisted Hydro Cannon from a Feraligatr is gonna do so much damage later on against the other Pokemon. Like, if you have a matchup where you don't need to go for the charge move, it just helps you out quite a bit. And as you can see, there is going to be now the shield coming up, the Scald is coming through, and we're going to have the Aura Sphere going up against Moltres. This is perfect. I like this one. This is a perfect matchup for me now, because 2 Aura Spheres are going to be enough to knock them out from this range. We are going to be able to win this matchup here as well, because as you see, we still have enough HP, do we? Yeah, we do have enough HP. If I shield here, I should be able to still get another Aura Sphere, and with that, we are going to be able to knock the opponent out. And this is perfect. This is honestly absolutely perfect. This is going to be able to get the KO against the opponent. And then comes the Tentacruel, where you can go for the Hydro Cannon against them as well now. This is amazing. This is going to be the KO, and we win with all 3 Pokemon left. Lucario against Florges. So this is going to be alright. We have our charge move. We have neutral damage from the opponent. I would very likely win the 0 shields, and I would most likely win the 1 shield scenario. I highly doubt I win the 2 shield scenario. But the opponent lets the move go anyway, which allows me to get a bit of an energy advantage with my Feraligatr, which we discussed earlier already, is quite nice, because it's going to allow you to get to moves like the Ice Beam, which has great coverage right now in the current meta. And generally, the Water, Ice, and Ghost type coverage of this Pokemon is quite cool, because you have so many different types you're going to be able to hit for super effective damage. And as you're going to have here as well, we're going to have the Hydro Cannon coming through. This is going to be okay for us. This is going to be here the shield from the opponent. That's okay. I'm going to try our best to go for an Ice Beam, as we see the Empoleon catching this move. Double resisted hit, but also at the same breath, we're going to have here still our Lucario, and I'm going to go for a bit of a risky play, but I like the risky play. So I go for the full farm down. And that works out beautifully. And now I have one Media Mesh, which is doing more damage, so I go for it straight away. And this one Media Mesh is going to be enough to put them into final range for our other Pokemon, for our Talonflame. And so we're in a perfect position to win this battle, because even a Brave Bird at this range is not going to be enough, a Payback is not going to be enough, Ancient Power is not going to be enough either. And so, yeah, we're going to be able to win this. And yeah, again, this team was amazing, but here is a problem. Like, Melmetal, we just don't have a good answer. We really just don't have a good answer. If they go, for some odd reason, for a superpower straight away, which they don't, I would be able to do more damage, but they do not do that, which is quite unfortunate, which makes sense, because they have so much fast move pressure against me already. They don't really need to care too much about getting the right move off. But now they're gonna go for the superpower, they stop onto Dusknoir, and I can leave here with a charge move sword. That is generally cool, because what this allows me now is I can guarantee knock out this Dusknoir. There's nothing the opponent can do about it, because I either knock them out here with the Hydro Cannon, or they utilize the shield, and then I can knock them out with the Media Mesh. And so, yeah, we gotta knock them out here already. They're gonna get more energy on the Melmetal. Well done there. And it's down to my Talonflame. I have energy stored on my Lucario, and I still get energy now on the Talonflame while farming down the Melmetal, but I have to be careful that they don't get another move, which luckily they don't, and this is going to change this game quite significantly. There's going to be the Tinkaton in the back, and this is going to be a win. I don't have to tell you that, because they're not going to be able to knock us out here from this range. We are too healthy for them to knock us out, which is perfect. But also, even if they would knock us out here, we still have a charge move stored on our Lucario, and that is going to be absolutely amazing, as we're going to be able to easily win this battle here now, and we can move on to the next opponent. Where we have the Dragonite. Dragonite is a Pokemon that I think is going to be good. We have here a charge move coming through. It's going to be actually... Wait a minute. Dragonite is actually really bad for us. I didn't really think about it until now, because Dragonite has access to basic coverage moves for everything that we have. And that is a bit tricky. As you see as well, we're going to be able to go for the fly. This is going to be okay. But as you're going to have here as well, the fly coming through. It's cool, but they're still going to be able to knock us out here. We're in a bad spot. We're in a really bad spot. I should have not done this as well. I should have went ahead and should have went into my own Feraligatr to take the hits, because there's no point of... Yeah, I don't know what I'm actually doing here. Like, I kind of messed up here right now, big time. I want to go for the move there as you saw as well, but the opponent overfarmed by a bit too much. And now I'm in a position where I basically have no chance of winning, because I still have a Dragonite there, and they had too much energy there. I just kind of underestimated them there a bit. That is my fault. Like, this never really has to happen like this. So, yeah, well done from the opponent. Good game there. They did it well. I kind of messed up. Good game to the opponent. Lucario is up against the Stunfisk, and this is quite interesting. As we will see here, we are going to be able to use the shields. That is going to be the Mud Bomb coming in, and we are going to be in a very bad position here. That is the final battle for today. And I can tell you already, this was my favorite battle of the day. Not the final, it's the final battle, but this was my favorite battle of the day. Because as you can see, this is going to be such a tough matchup. My entire team is weak to the Stunfisk. The entire team. I have no real play against it. But having no play against it doesn't mean that we don't have play against it. Now we're still able to kind of at least play around it, is what I kind of want to say with that. Because we were able to get a lot of damage there against them. We got them to the point they are in one fast move down range from any of our Pokemon, so they're never going to get to another charge move. The only thing that we have to give up for that is both of our shields, so we are kind of far behind compared to the opponent. But this doesn't mean that we are lost yet, because at the end of the day, Chilling Water is not going to be enough to knock me out. I can go ahead and go for the Flame Charge here, which is forcing the shield from the opponent most likely. If they want to KO me here, they do want to KO me. So yeah, now it's down to Lucario, which has still 3 Pokemon left and a shield on the opponent's side. In comes Clefable. Actually, that was not ideal timing. I should have went for a move earlier or move later. But as you see here now, Media Mesh is coming through. And if I went for actually a move earlier or move later, I would have been able to knock them out here, but I don't. They still got another move. It is going to be the Media Mesh. And Lucario is going to be able to take down every single Pokemon. It was crazy. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like. And I will see you then. Bye-bye.